A man who needs multiple women is unhappy with himself. Wanting that kind of attention feeds his ego and is just a distraction to cover up all of his insecurities. A real man doesn't need more than one woman. He's gonna invest his time into a woman that he sees a future with because he knows that's where real fulfillment comes from. But an insecure man is gonna play games and toy around with women's emotions, not giving a single care about the damage that he's doing to that poor girl. All because he cares about his own validation and boosting his self-esteem. But just remember, there's no amount of attention that will be enough for a man who doesn't feel whole inside.
Ho, ho, ho! Fiction can be fun!
A man with multiple women isn't happy and is insecure? Hold up a second there, Colleen. Did I miss something? Are you telling me that the Chaz and Tyrones that go around laying enough pipe to divert the waters from Niagara Falls is not happy? And somehow, him being able to get a whole bunch of women shows his insecurity. But you somehow are the expert at knowing what a real man is, right? Because a man dedicating all his energy to a woman like you, that's what counts. You know what? This gorilla isn't going to say what makes a real man and what doesn't make a real man. This gorilla is going to say one thing. If the players are not real men, then it seems like you women love to give it up to not real men more often than not. Because let me tell you, Colleen, for women like you that love to define what a real man is and can't find a good man, you sure do end up pregnant a lot. Moving on.
6 signs he's insecure. Number 1, excessive criticism. If he's always criticizing your appearance, your personality, your hobbies, or even if he's always criticizing other people, chances are he doesn't like himself and he puts other people down in order to feel better. Number 2, he can't deal with conflict. So he never brings any problems or issues to you, but as soon as you air any grievances, he's straight to deflecting and blaming. This means anytime you have a problem in your relationship, he refuses to address it and it never gets resolved. Number 3, controlling behavior. If he starts trying to control every aspect from what you say, where you go, what you do, and who you do it with, this can be a sign of insecurity. As it progresses, he may even start isolating you from your friends and family. Number 4, if he appears in any way jealous, unsupportive, or is unable to celebrate your wins. He never seems to be happy for you when things go right, and he tends to downplay your achievements. This shows he's miserable inside and wants you to feel the same. Number 5, he needs excessive external validation. Whether it's needing constant validation from you that you still find him attractive or love him, or excessive concern about other people's opinions. He may even prioritize what other people think above even your feelings. And 6, he accuses you of wrongdoings even when you've given him absolutely no reason to doubt you. It's an especially bad sign if he accuses you of cheating. What are some signs of insecurity you've picked up in a relationship?
Oh, this is going to be a treat to just tackle right now. So let's take this by her own numbers. Number 1, excessive criticism. If he criticizes what you ladies wear, your hobbies, or other people, this shows that he's insecure. You know, this is just too easy to ask. Who hurt you? I mean, seriously, if the guy's always criticizing, great. I mean, that alone does not show insecurity. If it was that he just criticizes but he can't take criticism himself, then you may have a point there, but you didn't mention that second part. Sounds more like you just don't want to be criticized. Not necessarily meaning insecurity on the guy's part. And number 2, which I find this one special. He can't deal with conflict. And she starts off by saying that he never brings problems to you, but when you bring issues, he goes to deflecting and blaming. Now that's very vague, number 1. Number 2, I'm sorry, but any man who's had a long-term relationship with a woman can tell you off rip, women don't bring problems to be resolved. Women love to bring problems to men just to have the man listen to her, to validate that, oh, you're suffering. Don't act like you bring problems in an effort for him to resolve it. No, you don't. And maybe what you mean by deflecting and blaming is basically you bring problems, he tries to resolve it, and then you hit him with the usual female, don't try to fix it, just listen. And then he gets fed up. He says, you know what? I'm not going to listen anymore. If you're going to bring a problem, it's because you need my help fixing it. If you don't need my help fixing it, then don't bring it my way. Number 3 is one that many men whose women have cheated on him have heard. Controlling behavior. Especially in the part where she said, he wants to control where you go, what you do, and who you do it with. That's total insecurity. Said every woman who has cheated on her man. I'm sorry, but this gorilla has a philosophy. And that is, you as a man should just simply tell your woman, hey, you know what? This is what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you where you're not going to go, what you're not going to do, and who you're not going to be with. If you decide, hey, you can't control me, I'm going to do those things anyway, this gorilla's going to say, you're well within your rights to go do that. when you come back, you're going to find that I'm not going to be here. Because just like you could decide to do all those things, I could decide that I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody like that. Number 4, jealous of your wins and downplays your achievements. Let me say something real quick. Usually the women complain about that when they come home saying, hey, I got this at work. I got this big promotion from my male boss, or I'm going to go on these trips with my male boss, or I'm going to do something that includes a man, because men will read that as, wait a second, hold up. That doesn't sound too good to me. And women will quickly interpret that as, oh, you're being insecure. I'm not saying always. I'm just saying that is one interpretation. I mean, I've never heard of a man start complaining, oh, I hate the fact that my wife just won this competition or won us some money or she saved us money here. That doesn't sound like a common complaint to me. Number 5, he needs excessive external validation. Oh, wow. So him wanting to know that you still find him attractive or you still love him, that means insecurity. What is that, the new red flag? But at the same time, you women need men to keep the romance going in the relationships. And he's more interested in external opinions. Well, for several reasons there, Queen. I mean, number 1, maybe people from the outside are seeing problems with his relationship. Like, for example, a cheating partner. Or number 2, external opinions could also be, oh, I don't know, the things that help his career progress. That doesn't sound like insecurity to me, sister. And number 6, he accuses you of wrongdoing, especially if you're cheating. Oh, wow, only women can do that, and it's not insecurity. I'm sorry, sister, but if a man accuses you of cheating, half the time it's not baseless. Half the time he has a reason for it. But don't worry, sister. Go out there and find yourself the perfect man that has got none of these. I'm pretty sure you could share him with his boyfriend. Moving on.
Watch out for this man, the insecure man, because in the beginning, he comes off as a super charming, super confident, charismatic, kind man. Over time, he slowly starts to drag you through the depths of hell with him. Has these micro moments where his insecurities start to come out. There's jealousy. There's little digs at you that you don't even really notice until they start to pile up. Still holding on to the idea of who you thought that person was in the very beginning when they came off very confident. You've already bought into his bullshit. And these tiny things that he does or says seem so small in comparison to who you think that person actually is. That confident person that you knew in the beginning. And over time, as these things start to pile up, one thing after the next, 2 years down the line, you become the most insecure version of yourself. You have allowed this man to bring you to a very dark place, a place where you don't even know yourself. Here are some signs to watch out for. Any form of controlling behavior. So he doesn't want you to follow certain people. He doesn't want you to post certain things. He doesn't want you to wear certain things. He doesn't want you hanging out with certain people. He doesn't like when you hang out with your family or friends. He'll make you feel bad about those things. So he'll either retaliate and do the same thing, but do it 12 times worse. So he'll end up like ghosting you, going out with his friends, and you don't know where he is, and he doesn't even come home until like 7 a.m. in the morning. Or he'll make you feel really bad about going out with your friends to the point where you don't even want to go. Another thing, micro digs. Little tiny things that make you question your own confidence or what you thought you knew about yourself or the things that you like. So for instance, if you put on an outfit that you feel really good about and he's like, are you really gonna wear that? Or like, you look so dumb in that. Making small comments that seem like a joke, but in reality, they make you question, why don't you ever compliment me? Which leads me to the next one. If he never compliments you ever, a man hates you. Insecure man never wants you to feel good about yourself. He wants to have that leg up on you. Like he wants to feel like he's always doing better. Downplay any successes, any good things happening in your life because he is insecure within himself and he can't even fathom the idea that you're doing better than him. So please stay away from the insecure man.
I don't believe I heard you correctly.
Okay, Wayne, this girl loves the word salad. I mean, the insecure man who has his micro moments where he shows jealousy and these little digs at you that you don't notice them at the time, but over time you notice them. In other words, like a lot of women like to do, when you don't want him anymore, you look back and you try to piece a bunch of stuff together to try to justify what you're feeling now. Oh yeah, that one time that he told me that I didn't clean this last spot. Or that other time where he reminded me that I didn't fill up the gas tank. Yeah, all kinds of things like that. Sure, that piles up as a man's insecurity. Has got nothing to do with you trying to justify a reason to A, either leave him, or B, cheat on him. Or both. And of course, the default women's example to him being insecure. His controlling behavior. And she said the golden nuggets herself. Not following certain people. Oh, so basically don't get bad influences. Not wearing certain things. Okay, don't have your butt sticking out there and your bust out there for other men to see. Controlling what you post. Yeah. Doesn't want you to post half-naked pictures on any social media. Hanging out with certain people. Yeah, when you want to take those weekend girl trips out to a big city a couple 100 miles away to do who knows what because your besties have your best interests at heart. And she also said that the man never gives compliments. My question is, what kind of compliments are you wanting there? Don't get me wrong. You see, if you look attractive in an outfit, he generally finds you attractive, but he doesn't want to say it. Yeah, you are absolutely 100% right there. But if you want compliments when they're not due, for example, you're wearing something that you don't look good in it, and he just tells you, and you think that you look outstanding, and he's honest. As women always say, they want honesty, but they can never actually receive it. And he just tells you, yeah, that does not look good on you, right? Or he actually makes a joke. You look kind of goofy in that outfit. Oh, that means he's insecure, right? It doesn't mean that he actually is telling you the truth. And again, men don't celebrate your victories. This girl is starting to question, what do you consider a victory? What do you consider an achievement? Is this one of those situations where he's supposed to read your mind and figure out that, hey, this was some kind of achievement that you made and I'm supposed to be celebrating it? Like, for example, you went a whole week without eating pizza and you're looking at him like, didn't he notice I haven't eaten a slice of pizza the whole week? Why isn't he saying anything? He doesn't celebrate my achievement. But don't you worry, queen. There are people out there that are going to celebrate your victories 24/7. They're called your single friends because they're really going to celebrate when they make you single again because misery loves company. Moving on.
Something that I've realized with dating is to beware of men that seemingly don't really have ties to where they currently are in life. So this can look different based on just like personal experiences I've gone through, my friends have gone through, but I feel like the guy that is able to flee easily is like always one to be a little bit leery of. This can look different based on the guy, but for example, if a guy has lived in his place for more than like a month or two and he doesn't really have like real furniture, or he hasn't switched over his car license plates or his driver's license, there's like other examples too, but those are just the ones that come to mind. I feel like it very much gives like runner or like flee the scene vibes, and based on like the experiences I've had or people that I've known have had, I feel like in those cases a lot of times those are the guys that do try to kind of like leave quickly, or in like in the back of their mind they're not truly happy either like with where they're living or their like living circumstances, and they always kind of have like an escape plan in the back of their mind, which it's not bad to have like a backup plan or kind of like a second option for if things don't work out. That's just being smart. But at the same time, like some of these people, it seems like have like one foot out the door already, and to me that's just kind of like a questionable way to date.
All right, queen, this just proves that women, when they date, they want a guy who's already pre-assembled. Notice that she said specifically, if a guy is living in a place and it's not fully furnished, he's living light, she's like, oh wow, this guy's ready to run. Let me tell you something, that is a reflection of her insecurity, because women love to reflect what they're more than likely to do on men. This is why women will always say, I'm afraid that he's going to leave me for somebody else, when 70% plus of the time, women are the ones who are putting in for divorces and breaking up relationships and leaving. And a guy who doesn't have a whole lot of furniture, yeah, I can see how you could drop that conclusion. But how about another conclusion, which is probably more than likely? He's saving up money. He's living minimally because he doesn't need to buy a bunch of furniture. He doesn't need to go all out decorating his place. Believe it or not, ladies, men are simple creatures. I'm not saying that a guy who sleeps on an air mattress on the floor is the best guy to date. I am saying that a lot of guys will have very simple furniture, not a whole lot. Maybe one couch, a small table for eating, a full-size bed, maybe a lamp or two and a desk, and a couple chairs. Men can be really happy with very little. They don't need a 3-piece living room set. They don't need a king-size bed. That's something that women like. But this girl understands. This queen wants to be with a guy who's got all this furniture, because it's going to be awesome when she finally moves in, and hopefully takes half of the good stuff when she divorces him. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.